Well, time to go get killed again. Lady Athena.
I'm pleased to see your father's stubbornness is manifest in you as such determination, Zagreus. My blessing be with you.
All right.
Again, I sense some sort of shifting in your father's residence. You seek to ask something of me about it, do you not? Respond.
Oh, I'm glad you asked. It's just my mother, we're reaching out to the Olympians, trying to reconnect the family. It's been a while, relatively, since she and father saw the others, but in case a gathering occurs, I did wish you to know you're cordially invited, too.
Cordially invited? A generous proposal, son of Hades. Though a natural gathering is to occur within my space, please understand it would be difficult for me to bring the full entirety of my presence there. However, I think I can arrange to be with you in some capacity. Thank you.
You'll be back, won't you?
We are all willful children, are we not? I'm daughter to Hyperion, you know. A titan so obscure and hated that Lord Zeus, he started calling me his birth sister. So much did he dislike this bit of truth. And to get a rise out of me, too.
It's you, boss. That's good. But you're standing still. That's bad. Let's get you up and moving about again, all right?
Sure hope this works. In the name of Hades, Olympus, this is an official message for you in all your splendor, Lord Uncle Zeus.
My, what is this you have for me, young man? Appears to be a message of some sort, bearing my thunder sigil. Though there's one for everybody on Olympus, have they as yet received their own? I must know what it says. It's from your father. Who else can it be? I better check on this.
Now hold a moment, Fiend. Asterius made me aware that you recently asked of him an autograph, a tribute to his fame. As I am champion, I am prepared to generously offer mine as well.
Oh, no thanks. Appreciate the offer, though. How about a fight instead?
You! It was merely a jest. I'd not have given you the cloth about my loins, much less my name. But a fight you certainly shall have.
You're looking very stately there, father.
You're back, with Stygius in hand. Come then, and show me your technique.
The often dying prince, having achieved his purpose, then reflects upon his life and deeds, remembering his many past demises with such vivid clarity that this occurs.
Oh, no! I'm back. Huh.
So what I mean to say is that I'm sorry, Hypnos. You're my brother, but I haven't always treated you that way. Would you be willing to forgive me?
Oh, come on, Thanatos. Are you kidding me right here? We're like two skeletons in a crypt. You're the best, and you're always looking out for me. Even when you're not around for what can seem like eons at a time.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves here. We each have got important jobs to do. Isn't that right, brother?
Huh, that is right.
Excellent work,
Boy.
my son.
No. Zagreus.
How is he anyway, if you've encountered him of late during your journeys, lad? The fallen warrior you've run into in Elysium, that is.
He's doing relatively well, I think. There's a lot you've told me that he didn't know about what led up to his present circumstances and your own.
You told him then, without requesting my consent to tell him first. What exactly did you say to him?
Achilles, I'm sorry. I just told him about your ashes being intermingled, that whole thing, and about the pact. You told me once to send him your love and regards. This brought him no joy, only questions. You told me not to speak to Father, not to him.
You're right. I should have specified. Or shouldn't have. Because what you said probably is for the best. I didn't mean to lose my temper with you, lad. It's just... Look, thank you for looking out for him. For both of us. Just please be careful.
I swear I will.
Excellent work.
Nix, did you really give Dusa quite possibly the sole surviving Epsilon Edition Chthonic companion in the entire underworld? She's very grateful for it. So much so that she entrusted Feedy to my care. They grow in power that way, right?
The severed Gorgon head is not without redeeming attributes, my child. Though I expected this companion would soon find its way to you, the way the two of you have grown attached. Thus, in one action, both of you have found encouragement.
That's very calculating when you put it quite like that.
Oh, hi! Hey, I saw you and Thanatos recently, Prince. You two, if you don't mind me saying, you are quite the pair. I mean, you ought to see yourselves. You're... whew, makes me a little woozy just remembering it now. Well, up I go then. Bye!
Bye? Guess everybody knows. This is my latest haul. We're settled up. Here's the commission. A marble bust of some old man seems just the thing to liven this place up.
Exactly whose unwanted countenance is that?
Within the house's gallery now sits the bust of a distinguished poet, ruggedly handsome in his age, who, although yet to earn his fated fame, shall probably be better known someday.
Never heard of him. Hello? I guess this came to pass. I know Stygius like the back of my hand.
Why am I never proud of you? Don't take it personally, boy. I'm never proud of anything. Pride is perhaps our family's worst trait. See how many mortals are with us because of it.
A little pride's all right.
Who dares to mess with little Hades? You simply point me at them, nephew, and we'll leave them shivering and sopping wet, you'll see.
There we go.
Ah, you wield Coronach, the Heartseeker. It pierced 3 Titans in one shot back in the war amongst our kind. Please do take care of it.
Is clinging to a memory what keeps the soul from fading. Why then, would that I could simply leave that glimmer of my past behind, for there is nothing for me here.
I've meant to ask you something, stranger. Would you mind doing me a favor, please? If it happens to come up along your path. Suppose I ought to tell it to you first, prior to asking a response.
No, of course, sir. What is it? What's on your mind?
If I know my Achilles, then he's being rather guarded when it comes to this predicament we're in. How can somebody be so brash, yet hate to take unnecessary risks? Just let him know I said to risk it all.
Risk it all? Risk what all? He wants what's best for you. He wouldn't want anything to happen.
It's already long since happened. I dare say that right now, provided what you've said is true, then it appears we've more to gain than lose. Isn't fear for the weak?
You like that, you gods?
Hiya, boss. I'd ask what's new, but I already know. I have my ways, and you have to get right on out of there.
I'll take it.
Now, young man, whatever you have heard about good Demeter, I'm here to clear the air. She's like a sister to me, yes, but only thus. Although her Titan parents and my own met the same fate.
Why, foster-brother Zeus. Such an unlikely bit of candor there from you. Almost as though you felt compelled to speak the truth only whilst I'm directly within earshot.
Ooh. You're never late, Father.
You bear the sigil of the dead. I wear the helm of darkness. Even devoid of artifacts as these, we fight here without witnesses, in shadow.
If only everybody knew you had a mighty son most capable of cutting you down to size, with or without the ability to vanish suddenly.
A very boastful son, who often thinks too much of his ability. Come then, I'll make you vanish suddenly.
Darkness, are you there?
What is the Gorgon doing here again?
Father!
Horned creatures are familiar to Zagreus, having fought countless satyrs and the like. But he discovers this time that not even satyrs possess the sheer, ferocious power of a startled mountain goat.
No, wait! I'm counting that one as a victory.
Welcome! Oh, hey, this might be a little weird, but thanks. I mean, you talked to Thanatos about me, right? At first, I thought he was acting funny, but he has definitely been a lot nicer to me lately.
Come on, Hypnos, I didn't have anything to do with that. You seem like you've been working extra hard and taking some of the feedback you've been getting to heart. I think Thanatos really appreciates that sort of thing. Who doesn't?
I don't know, but I really appreciate that you went out of your way. I mean, I just stand here and greet and register the dead, but you're a real friend.
Oh, thanks, Hypnos. Hypnos, wanted to say you have really helped the thought of my coming back here time after time, painful death by death, not be inherently abhorrent. Your greetings really help, so I wanted you to have this.
But wait, it's ambrosia! You're not supposed to have this here! We could both get in a lot of trouble, and I mean a lot, if they catch us in the middle of this totally forbidden exchange!
I noticed that you haven't yet returned the bottle to me, which I'm going to take as an indication that you're going to hang on to it.
Oh, you bet!
Everyone, look who it is. Be certain that you take appropriate precautions with the sigil of the dead that you now bear. Should some misfortune come to it through negligence, it cannot be replaced.
Can't imagine what I'd do without your blessing, Father. But thank you again. I don't often inherit fate-appointed honors, and will take good care of it. Though, what if the Olympians catch on? Wouldn't do for everybody knowing that you're aiding me, even a little, right?
Correct. It would not do at all. Fortunately, the power of the unseen can remain well hidden as it pleases. What is it your instructor always says?
Fear is for the weak.
Indeed.
I have a message for you from the fallen warrior over in Elysium, Achilles, sir. He simply said to let you know to risk it all.
To risk it all? He said to risk it all?
Yes. Is there something significant about that phrase?
When last he said to risk it all to me, I didn't listen to him then, but should have. I should have.
He's asking you to take another chance.
No. He's giving me another chance, I think. Leave me, lad, for now. Thank you for telling me.
Oh, hi! Just in the middle of a wall-to-wall inspection right now, Prince.
Bye, Dusa. How you holding up, boy? Eating well lately? All three mouths full and happy?
Each terrifying maw of the infernal watchdog Cerberus responds affirmatively, one after the next, as if to reassure the ever-doubting prince.
You are the best, you know that, don't you, boy? Nyx, you've known Megara practically forever. Well, before my time at least. So could you tell me more about what she was like back then?
I am pleased to see the two of you on better terms of late. Megara always was as she appears. Dutiful and quite particular. Thoughtful and dependable. Respectful.
Respectful. Definitely. The head chef is going to want this fish.
Not seen the court musicians sulking over there quite as much lately. You're doing, I hear?
You'll just have to sulk for the both of you, I guess then, Meg. But if you must know, on my authority I have released Orpheus from the terms of his old, rather unfair agreement with Father, so he can see his wife at least from time to time.
And Lord Hades is okay with you just picking out old binding contracts and nullifying them? You're exploiting your status.
I'm doing no such thing. Father wanted me involved in all this business with his pacts and presiding over the dead, then fine. But I'll do it my way.
You always do.
Look at what I caught, Chef. Fair market value. Starting assignment now. Hello, Lord Ares.
Those are the gauntlets of the fated King Gilgamesh, are they not? A bringer of destruction and an agent of the fates. You are full of surprises, my kin.
Why, my eyes do not deceive me through those murky depths you brandish mouth on. Let me tell you, little Hades, those old gloves have done some dirty work before your time.
Majesty. Hey, what's up, hun? Say, you must know a lot of big shots, don't you? Other gods and all that.
I know a few. As a matter of fact, I heard recently from Hermes. Wanted you to know he felt sorry for how things ended up. That's something to do with when Orpheus went in here after you.
Oh, that's sweet of him. Nice enough guy for an Olympian. Yeah, he was the one who dropped me off here in the first place. No hard feelings here. He was just doing his job. It was Orpheus who messed everything up.
Truly must the gods despise us, each in turn, to have divided us like this.
I always wondered, sir, what was Achilles like? During his youth, I mean, if you can say.
How to describe what somebody was like? Everyone who saw him on the battlefield agreed he was magnificent, stranger. His allies and his enemies alike. But there was more to him, I think. A certain outlook, a sense of justice. I knew him before he was a warrior. Only reason I suppose I liked him.
Hey, Zach, when you arrive, it's going to be a real scene, I'll tell you now. Even Athena here will cut loose for a bit, let down her hair, you know, put on something more comfy, yeah? It's gonna be great.
Perhaps Lord Dionysus here is the true god of strategy, as it appears he is uncannily aware of my next move, cousin. Although be that as it may, I shall attempt to remain focused on your situation, not his feast.
No holding back.
Deuce, help!
Gorgon, cut through!
You're a custodian, not a combatant.
Here to rescue you! Not me, Prince!
After defeating his lord father yet again, Prince Zagreus begins to shiver and catch cold. And, as is well known, there sadly is no cure for such a thing.
Thank you everyone, you're too kind.
He did it again, Cerberus.
I thank you for your blessings, Queen Persephone. Your son and I, we always were quite close, but through all this ordeal we've become rather inseparable, I think.
Well, I can see he has better taste than I do, Thanatos. I have a sense of how industrious you are. You just take care of yourself, please. And take care of each other too, all right?
As you will, Queen. I mean, all right.
All right.
Hey boy, I hope all the construction and renovation around here hasn't been too inconvenient for you lately. But hey, the lounge is just about ready for you to utterly destroy again.
Prince Zagreus implants in the impressionable, vicious watchdog of the underworld a new appetite for more destruction, to be sated in another age.
Let's enjoy it while it lasts.
A word, Prince? I need your help with something, lad. As I'm about to risk it all, I think. Will you hear me out?
Of course, sir. What is it? I'm listening.
The pact I signed with your father. It must be buried somewhere down in the administrative chamber there. I dared not ask that you locate it, out of fear that tampering with it would only make things worse, except
that fear is for the weak, Achilles, sir.
Indeed. Besides, your father has been more abiding than I expected with how you were able to nullify the terms for Orpheus and Sisyphus alike, so perhaps my case isn't a lost cause yet.
I'll speak with Nyx about it the next chance I get. And I'll be careful, sir. I promise you.
You have my thanks.
Oh, haha! You startled me there, Prince!
Child, it pleases me that you and Megara have come to deeply understand each other, child. I must admit to you, it was my hope that you and she were capable of this result.
You're pleased we're together, Nyx? I thought you'd be concerned that such relationships distract from work responsibilities and such, although I'm grateful to have your approval.
I have no fear that Megara shall be distracted, child. Besides, such matters are more likely to inspire and to spur greater accomplishment, although the greater sense of contentment tends to be a sufficient end unto itself.
Thanks. What do I get?
Should you achieve your goal and see the surface world, Zagreus, I've but one bit of knowledge to impart. Don't ever fall for mortals. Use them if you must, but do not waste your love on those who waste away.
Master Chaos, I've returned.
Through the expanse of time, I often wondered, is it necessary to be fair? The immortals are my offspring. Surely I should treat them equally. And yet I find that there is little sport in doing so.
I eagerly anticipate getting to meet you face to face someday, dear nephew. Just as soon as you can up and out of there.
Okay, I think I'm ready. In the name of Hades, Olympus, this is an official message. And I hope it finds you well, Lady Aphrodite.
Why, this is something, dearest. Such an enigmatic message you have sent. How positively captivating. I must know what it says. It bears the marks of others on Olympus, so perhaps we ought to share some common knowledge on the subject,
That was the last of the invitations. Just need to tell Mother once I get home. Hope I didn't keep you waiting, ladies. Oh, you're so close to Symphony. Remember Zagreus? That's me. I'm not your enemy, you know. Don't you know that? I'm only Zagreus. That's it!
Hey boss, not much to report up here, but I've not exactly come this far to bring you news, have I?
Should help keep it going.
Hey, so I got a favor here I mean to ask. Could you maybe persuade the Lady Demeter to ease up on the whole not let anything grow thing she's been going on about?
My dare say, my Lord Dionysus, that partaking of less wine for some amount of time might do you good. Regardless, you'll not coax a better crop from me.
Showed you that time, Father.
Hooray!
One more forbidden exchange, Hypnos. Sometimes when I'm out there and about to die, I catch myself thinking, well, at least Hypnos will share one of his deep insights about why it is I utterly failed. So here, for all your generous advice.
Aw, I feel like I'm gonna cry. I mean, all my advice is free. You really didn't have to do this. But I sure am glad you did. Even if it is highly illegal.
You what, Hypnos? You what?
I think you could be my best friend. Have you tried being my best friend?
I'll have to give that a shot.
Hey, there you are. So is it true? You know, about you and Thanatos? Because he told me and I just said, whoa, but then everything made sense?
I'm sure whatever it is he said is completely true. Yes, Hypnos.
Whoa.
I happen to be looking into our security situation here, just running background checks, that sort of thing, and I was wondering if you could help me locate an old pact signed by Achilles. Nyx. It would mean a lot. Not just to him, but me.
Achilles. We would struggle to put someone comparable in his role. Though, be that as it may. Epsilon Iota Theta, Rho Folder, middle, I believe. You are certain about this child?
Couldn't be more certain, Nyx. Should check the admin chamber for the pact Nyx mentioned.
Buried deep within the archives, holding many binding pacts between Lord Hades and the dead, resides an old agreement. In exchange for services from an extraordinary warrior, for eternity within Elysium, for his dear partner.
Should be able to approve a few revisions to that one with the house contractor, I think.
Had enough in there? I can tell when Mother Nyx is upset, Zagreus, and I know better than to ask her, so I'm going to ask you. What happened?
Probably because Nyx took issue with me chatting with Deucer from time to time. Is that really so unbecoming of me? Not even Father seems to care.
Well, Mother cares, and I for one know better than to question it. None of us would be here were it not for her. If she has a request for you, you honor it.
You're telling me I should just start ignoring Deucer from now on, like you do?
You're a god. I'm telling you to learn to act like one. You know, after dying in some wretched manner, giving pets to my good boy sure helps me get back on my feet. Thanks for being here for me.
The burning embers in the eyes of monstrous Cerberus, notorious Hound of Hell, reveal that he too is amenable to the pets of which the Underworld Prince speaks, and in fact is deeply grateful for the quantity of them.
Speaking of which... That's right, boy. Ambrosia just for you. You're going to love it. Pretty much every creature, living or dead, does.
The 6 eyes of the hideous Hound of Hell go wide at once from having received the exquisite gift of rare Olympian ambrosia. The creature is rather beside himself.
In the name of Hades, the shade of Achilles is hereby no longer barred from visiting Elysium.
Ahoy there.
Hello, sir.
Hey, Prince. So you do know Baldy's just a plain old rock with a few lines chiseled into him resembling a face, don't you? Chiseled into it, I mean. just so you don't get the wrong idea.
Come now, sir. We both know full well Boldy's much more than that. You really think I doubt the power of Boldy after everything we've been through?
No, it was just a jest there at Boldy's expense. Look at him. He gets so annoyed when I call him a plain old rock like that, but then he calls me an old lazy lump, and then we're even for a while. Say no more.
Thank you, mate. Don't know why I keep doing this, Boldy, yet here we are. All right.
Keep fighting, Highness.
Hey! Sure don't see a lot of other nymphs around here, huh? We don't die too easy, most of us. Makes me feel all special.
I've never met another nymph, now that you mention it. Heard of a few. The goddess Artemis sounds like she spends more time with nymphs than the other Olympians.
That's what I heard. Though it's not like we all hang out. I mean, you've got the dryads and the naiads and the nereids and the oceanids. Pretty much every type of terrain up top, there's a kind of nymph who loves it. Maybe we need a name for underworld nymphs, too.
Uncle Poseidon.
I sense you have in your possession that fine shell I sent you. A little gift plucked straight out of the sea. You keep it close so I can better track you down.
Theseus can't just run over me like that.
There he is!
Mother.
Zagreus.
Oh, there you are, Highness. Achilles, your pact with Father is officially amended, sir. Specifically, it no longer has any stipulation barring you from entering Elysium during the indefinite term of your employment. On my authority in the name of Hades. Thank you for your service.
What? Are you... You're serious? I'm able to go. You're right, I feel it. I'm unbound. So I can simply leave right now.
You can simply leave right now. And might I add, it's about damn time.
I should get going then, although I'm unprepared. I didn't think it would come to this. Not that I had no faith in you, it's just...
Incidentally, there's this one glade out in Elysium I highly recommend. Go to him, sir. You've waited long enough. Fear is for the weak.
Fear is for the weak. Farewell for now, lad. I can't thank you enough.
Farewell for now, sir.
My child.
Nix, have you seen Charon lately? Everything all right with him? I can never tell how he's doing.
Charon and I have not lately taken opportunities to correspond. But he has always been among the least dependent of my children, other than perhaps only the fates. This much I know and can assure to you. He always is content to steer his boat.
I suppose you were the one to thank for his assistance when it comes to selling me his wares and such.
No, he is the one to thank. Do not mistake his lack of speech for lack of cleverness. He serves this house as I do, but he does not answer to me.
Doesn't answer to me either. Appreciate your patience. Prophecy fulfilled. May Achilles and Patroclus make up for lost time. All right, one more time.
Time you learn the bearing of the gods, and to assert yourself. For this I have employed the greatest of the Greeks, or what became of him.
This one's for you, Achilles.
Ready, sisters. Nice gloves there, Zagreus. Think you can take me up close with those things? Well within striking distance of my whip.
Not wearing them for fashion's sake here, Meg. You won't mind if I give you my best shot with Malphon here, will you?
I'd mind if you didn't. Want to get your hands dirty? Fine. Let's see it.
Ha.
Why, look at you there, boss. I recognize that fancy plume you got. Just an iota of my speediness in there. But still, much more than most can do.
Enough of them.
You've never even seen the woods, have you? I hope you do someday. You could meet Callisto and the others. It's quite beautiful and green and calm. It's... Anyway.
And then, when that...
Hey, that's Achilles, isn't it?
...ordered me to do it, I swear. Were it not for you, Pat, I don't even like to think about what I'd have done. The war would have gone differently then, I suppose. Why, look who. I thought we might run into you, but how strange to see you face to face out here, lad. To see this place myself, I still can't quite believe any of this.
He really can't. Though I keep telling him it's true. Nothing's accomplished without risk, isn't that so? But we of course have you to thank, stranger. Our troubles needn't have been your concern.
Nonsense, sir. You're my friend. And Achilles. I don't know where I would even be if not for you.
Well, no need to get emotional, is there? We Myrmidons, we're not the sentimental type. Achilles is simply on break, is all. From a demanding job. You've a demanding job as well, so here, my customary gift.
Oh, why can I get armor like that?
Thanks for stopping by.
Mother.
Zagreus.
I saw Achilles with Patroclus in Elysium next. They're free to be together now, thanks to you. If only you could have seen them.
Oh, I can see them, my child, and I have. And it pleases me Achilles has earned some degree of respite from his servitude, for all his loyalty to our house. For what you have done for him, thank you.
Father isn't going to be thrilled I've let him out of a binding pact.
Your father is committed to his rules, and you released Achilles from his pact according to those rules. There is not much that even he can do about it, save to have Achilles sign again.
Don't see Achilles doing that anytime soon. You know, while it was brutal squaring off against the three of you, I have to say, Meg, I was happy you were with your sisters. Nothing like a common cause for bringing bitter rivals together, right?
You have your pact of punishment to thank for our reunion there. We have to answer to its terms. But my sisters and I, we got on better than I had expected. I will give you that.
So you've patched things up then? Going to start spending more quality time together and all that?
Let's not get carried away. A work assignment forcing our cooperation is not exactly a big step in the quality of our relationship.
But it's a step. Here's what I caught lately. Totally worth it. I'm sorry I raised my voice with you last time, Than. I know Nyx put so much into this place and has nurtured so many of us here.
It's not me you should be apologizing to, Zag. Although, with Mother Nyx, sometimes it's best to leave her be. As for Dusa, I didn't mean to suggest you should abandon your friend.
Thanks. Achilles might be in Elysium, I guess.
Oh, hi! Oh, Prince, I heard the news about Master Achilles. That's so great! I'm going to miss him being here as often as he used to, but I'm just so happy for him, and for you.
Me too, Dusa. The happy for him part at any rate. He's a good friend, and he deserved much better than to be stuck here.
Woohoo!
It's the spot, doesn't it, boy? I know you're caught up in the middle of all this and having to weigh your loyalties more than you'd like. I'm sorry we're putting you through this.
The Underworld Prince's next attempt to bribe the monstrous triple-headed hellhound into further liking him proves once again successful, as the kingly gift of heavenly ambrosia is beyond compare.
I must commend you on the most splendid lyre playing emanating from your bedchambers, my friend. It seems we have a second court musician now.
Thank you for encouraging me to give it a shot, mate. and for the kind words. Here you go. I think we can spruce up the centerpiece of the Great Hall just a bit. Bet you're happy to see Mother home again, huh, boy? Only wish you could have told me about her before.
The hell-born monster Cerberus contentedly ignores the prince's callous, inconsiderate remark.
Hey! What do you know, this came true. I'm no Orpheus, but I'm no slouch.